Hey guys, welcome to Create It with Sandra. Good to see you again. I'm recovering from all my travels and honestly just woke up late from a nap, so I apologize for getting to you late. But this lady needed it. We've been doing a lot of traveling, having a lot of fun, but a lot of traveling. But guess what came in the mail? Paper pumpkins. So this Make It Monday, we are featuring, this is Mountain Majesties. I really like it. Mike's in here in the stamp room with us. He's across the way. He's just giving me looks. He's playing on his computer. So he just doesn't sit here and listen to me babble. I'm very excited about this one though, because it's a great masculine set. The new catalog is live. And honestly, I've been going so much, I don't know any more news than that. They do have a fabulous sign up offer if you want to join Stampin' Up, a join offer. That's currently going on. I don't remember all the details, but so I will be posting that on my page soon. Today has been laundry and dishes and mowing lawn and napping. But I'm going to get back into the swing of the stamp thing because I can show you the inside of this now. I'm very excited. Lots of scrapbook stuff. Do you have one of these? It's kind of icky out, so I don't have them out on porch. But if you do not have a catalog yet, and you're not currently working with another demonstrator, please let me know. I will be watching comments, and we'll make sure to get a catalog to you. Okay? I'm going to take you down to my desk and stop yawning. Here we go. So, glare from two of those lights. We might have to readjust somewhere. So, we're using Misty Moonlight ink. I've got the little spot. We'll put that aside. Move this box out of the way too. And we'll get this opened up. So, I was hoping to... I don't know if you can see that stamp set real well. You mean the world to me. And then these are a bunch of V's. I'm guessing these are birds flying. To a wonderful man. And happy birthday. Happy Father's Day. You're the greatest. Best dad ever. And I love you. Mike just gave me a big smile. And the cats have been all over me today. Oh my goodness. So now we know everyone freaks out when Mom's gone from the house at any time. We've been had a wonderful time camping with most of the kids and the in-laws, and then we were over to our Oak Harbor with friends and some of the kids and in-laws, and so we've been kind of bed hopping for a while. Kind of excited to be in our own beds tonight, I think. Here, this will show you a lot better. Can you see that? That's what the stamp set is. And those do look like flying birds. All right, so we'll get this out of the way. I might have to check on refills on this mic. What do you think? Do you see what that is? I thought they were kind of cool. Okay. Oh my goodness. So it looks like we have some tear and tape. I love the tear and tape. I will be using my my snail. Ooh, and a bunch of dimensionals. You know I love those. Let's see. I've got one already open that I'm going to use up. This one. You guys, I took a nap thinking I'd be all rested up and I could do this video without yawning. So I'm going to apologize because I thought wrong. But yep, we helped celebrate with a friend his 50th and have plans to go visit the in-laws again in June, so we're just running all over the place. So we've got three different designs, and it looks like 3 of each. So a total of 9 cards. I think I might end up making some masks. You could do that. You could make some masks and just do this with like blender brushes and kind of make your own kind of dunes kind of scenery or whatever, depending on the colors you use. What a great way to use your blending brushes and your colors and customizing. I like the paper pumpkin because even though they've got printed cards like this that you can't necessarily reproduce, a lot of these types of layouts you can come close if you get a little creative. So let's see. And if you have your new catalog, I would love it if you would leave in the comments some of your favorite things, because everyone sees different kinds of things, and it's always nice to know what is appealing to whom. I think this one might be my favorite one with the trees. What do you think, Mike? He says. Such an encourager. So these, I mean, these you could honestly use for other cards. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about this. I might be able to get multiple cards off of this, because I think they want you to layer these vellum sheets, which are very cool. They want you to layer these vellum sheets over these cards, and you give it even more dimension. But heck. All right. Well, let's start with the mountains. Here we go. Let's see what kind of chaos we can create. Yeah, and Zoe has some opinions too. I don't know if you saw that paw there. The cats are happy if I just sit or lay somewhere and hold still so they can lay on top of me and make sure that I'm at home, stayed at home. Let's see if these are This can go in. Well, guess what, guys? I've decided, since my brain is not working, that I am going to piece this. I'm not going to assemble as directed because this is just too good of an opportunity to get like almost double my cards. So I'm not going to glue anything down. I'm going to show you how I would do it. First of all, to make sure that I can actually do it that way. And then let's see if we can get double the cards, because heck, why wouldn't we do that, you guys? Why wouldn't you turn 9 cards into 18? Huh? Why, Zoe? The animals really have been in shell shock. Yes, I understand. She's a little spicy about that, Michael. All right, so we've got some squares here. Look at how well that looks. And how easy that this is something you could recreate if you had some embossing powder on colored cardstock. Something I don't think about. I have, but I don't necessarily think about. Don't you love that? You don't, though? Okay. Oh, maybe you're not. I know that you can see a little bit of my desk there, but she is just circling and circling and talking. And yes, we fed the cat. You fed the cats, right, Mike? We fed the cats. Yeah. Okay. Yay. All right. So. Meow. Meow. Yes, and then so last night the kitties basically fought with themselves back and forth, and were jumping on and off Mom to find out who could lay on Mom. So I had kitties launching themselves on and off me as they fought last night. That was fun. Look it. And you can get a similar look. So I am excited about this. So here's the original card. And I think we're supposed to include the vellum on here and get some really good layers. But I already think that there's some pretty good layers. And you can pop those trees up. And have that as a thank you there. So that's all from the paper pumpkin kit. However, let's see. So, let's see. I do have some white card bases here. Let's see how this can go. Are you guys a Paper Pumpkin subscriber? Oh my goodness. Because honestly, I don't know how many I've heard from you that, oh, but I only really send guy cards or whatever. This would have been a perfect kit for you to get. And of course, the sentiments you can use over and over. Okay, so that, I don't know, I might kind of like that. What do you think of that, you guys? I like this. We're getting excited now. Michael, I'm getting crafty. I'm just doing a little bit of adhesive. I don't know how... This is actually really fairly thick vellum. I don't know that it's going to show through very much. So, Mike, what was your favorite part over the last couple of weeks and all the traveling? He's looking at me like, what are you making me talk?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Seen everybody. Had a good time.
We did. We did get a lot of nice visiting and just hanging out and the fishing and his family, our family, Miss Jasmine's family. Family from the west side we didn't even expect to see. People we knew. Okay. Well, let's hope they're not listening and watching because they might have a few things to think about that. All right. Let's see. I love that. Look at that. So if I can do that with all of these... I don't have 9 cards. I have 18 cards. Zoe's cheering me on. You can hear her. Right, Zoe? Oops. Yeah, I agree. Let's see. So I'll be, I think we've got most of our travel plans figured out. So I'll be working on classes. I am working on a scrapbook class. I'm so excited to try out because I've got some scrapbooks and things that I want to make. Oh, and I participated in a quilt shop blog, or a quilt shop hop, and I had so much fun with that I thought that I would maybe get together with some of my fellow demonstrators. So this is in just very beginning stages plans, but maybe get like a room in the library and have a shop hop open to the public. And invite y'all come down and visit various folks. That's kind of in the works. All right, so I am going to this is screaming Winkastella. It needs it, you guys. It just does. It does. So I'm going to do it on this black because I thought that would be really dramatic. When we went over to Woodby Island, or not Woodby Island, we went over to Oak Island. When we went over to Oak Harbor, oh my geez. When we went over to Oak Harbor, we went Stevens Pass, which made Mike very excited. It was a little rough, but it was really pretty, and man, there was still a bunch of snow there, you guys. And some fog. Wasn't there some cool pictures? You got some cool pictures, didn't you, Mike?
You did.
I did?
Mm-hmm.
I got some cool pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of really cool to kind of see. And then, of course, Dry Falls is always one of my favorite places to hang out. And I didn't take as many pictures this time. But, boy, we just got to sit and visit, and we played some cards, and we rocked in the chairs. Can you see that shimmer on there? Ooh, look at that. You saw it there. Yeah. Look at that. Isn't that a great card? Now I'm not gonna, I want to do something similar to this, and I don't have these pieces cut yet. But so I will put some shimmer on this black to kind of really make it pop. I'm very tempted. I want to shimmer kind of a ton more stuff, but then it doesn't stand out as much because everything looks shimmered. So we're just gonna do this up close shimmer bit. These are Winka Stella pins, and I tell you, they are so fun. And right now I just have regular, I haven't altered it any at all, but you can put, when they run out, you can put rubbing alcohol back in them. You can refill them. And you could also put re-inkers in them and do a colored shimmer, which would be so much fun. You would want to label it though. What, Zoe? You know, I fed her. We've in and out. We've hid from Mo. We've done all sorts of things, though. I'm not sure what else you want. So, not quite the same card, but very similar. And then all I have to do is cut some extra out of white scrap and then get blue, this Misty Moonlight. And I might change, I don't know if I'll change the, maybe instead of tall like this, I'll do horizontal instead of vertical and do that. And you mean the world to me, and emboss that on white and do that for that card. So there's two versions of that card. Look at that. I love it. These and these. And technically they do give me an extra one here, so I'd only need 2 more strips. But I like that idea. And then 1, 2. There's 2 more of the other kind. So I usually love following directions, but sometimes it's good to kind of think outside the box and see if you can stretch your supplies. This one might be a little bit harder to stretch. Let's see. Let's just pull apart all the pieces and we'll see. Whoops. We'll see how this might work. So this has similar colors to that. Oh, and I didn't even get my birds stamped on there. I had to come back and get my birds. Michael. Someone needs to be paying attention.
Ain't me.
It isn't him. Okay, and so what I'm doing is I'm just kind of popping them out and matching, you know, kind of the colors, and then seeing how we can maybe piece those together. And the green go there. Let's see. There's more green there. And there's blue here. All right. I'm going to grab the little birds. I think the big flock is fun, but I just want these little ones. Here we go. Oh, we got new in colors, you guys. Have you seen those? Zoe has. Yes, we like the new in colors, don't we, Zoe? She's like, sure, whatever. All right. Yeah. You know, she's acting like she wants up, but the minute I go to bend down and go to either pet her or even attempt to pick her up, she runs away like, how dare you touch me? She's very fickle little kitty, aren't you? Aren't you, Zoe? All right, let's see. Ooh. I'm going to fold this. Again, I'm not going to glue anything down until I kind of see. So this one actually was supposed to go with the mountains. There. I just kind of want to color block it. So it's not necessarily giving me the variety, and I've got some dark up there and light. We're kind of reversing it. But I still kind of like that. What do you think, Michael?
I'm not.
You're not thinking. Mm. That sounds about right. Oh my goodness. So maybe that's that one. This is this one. So this can be, this looks maybe more of a sunrise. This can maybe be more of a sunset or dark at night. And then this is another sunrise. And this is where Ooh. Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Would you grab Petal Pink ink pad and one of the brushes up above? I love having an assistant. What so? I think that's probably it.
Yeah, you can't even read it.
I know, it's really pale.
Brush?
Yep.
What? With these big things or?
Yeah, no, not the tiny ones. There you go. Look at that. Ooh, and a nice. So I love these kits because you can have really step-by-step stamping. If you are a new stamper or don't necessarily feel especially crafty, you can follow those directions step by step and make some gorgeous cards. Or if you're like me and some days just go off the rail, let's see. This might need some more ink. We'll see. So the other thing I can do is just do this. Look at, you want to make sure you don't have anything else on your work surface. This is the kind of the benefit of having a glass mat. And you can order this, by the way. And you can just pick up color and buff it out a little bit so you're not super dark. And I don't necessarily want an even coat. I do want it a little highs and darks. There. All right. I got enough for the other ones, but we can come back and finish. So look at clean up. If you have a wet wipe, you could do a wet wipe too. You can get, if you have like rubbing alcohol, like for cleaning for glasses, you can do that. I want to make sure that that comes away super clean so I don't get anything dirty that I didn't mean to. All right. Okay. Do that. Do this. You can tell I haven't been stamping for a while, yeah? That's what we're gonna do. That's what we'll do. So our plans, we are gonna be just lazy so-and-sos. I think after this, we're gonna make an early dinner. Yeah, Mike? Are we gonna do anything else? He's looking at me like, I thought we were gonna go to bed. We love the traveling. We had so much visiting. But I don't know if you guys are like us, and maybe it just happens when you hit a certain age. I'm not going to say what that age is. But there's nothing like sleeping in your own bed. We stayed at a really nice Airbnb in Oak Harbor, thanks to our friend. And that was a comfortable sleep. At least it was for me. And it was probably better than last night only because last night was obsessed little kitties. Mom's home, Mom's home. She's here, she's mine. No, she's mine. Fighting back and forth. Do you like my commentary? You guys can tell I'm tired, right? It just is what it is. Dang it. Oh well. I'll probably see if I can. I just want this one down a little bit. I thought I had it down far enough. I'm gonna. This is why I like tape instead of glue. A lot of the times if I need to do just those little bit of adjustments. Sometimes it's easier to do it with tape than it is glue. So, look at that. Voila. Now, those other cards really aren't going to have much dimension to them, but I'm doing these all real flat so they can mail them. So I'm not going to complain about not having enough dimension and pop up and pop up and pop up. Usually I love that. So a similar look. I probably could have gone a little bit lighter on that, but I think that that's okay. We've got a similar look there. Let's see. And this says, this is a Happy Father's Day one, and they did. They did Happy Father's Day. And oh my goodness, that's coming up. Before we went on this last trip, Michael, I was talking to you about, hey, do you want to go back and go fishing again for Father's Day and sit in the car for another couple hours? It sounded fun at the time. I don't know. Barbecue with the kids? Does that sound like more your speed, mister? Eh. I don't know if that burnt was a yes or a no. Very non-committal. He's like, I'm concentrating on stuff. And of course, these strips, we've got tons and tons of these strips. These strips are so easy to make. That was Happy Father's Day. And then it had a bunch of the birds too. There we go. Whoops. Got a little bit of ink on my finger. Look at that. We'll have to figure out how to hide that. So this is where if I have some leftover embellishments, I might grab some embellishments because I didn't do all of the layers to give it a lot of interest or depth. This is where I can round up some twine and put, do a circle of that baker's twine there, or I get some embellishments. So you can see how you can extend those. All right, one last thing I wanted to show you before I go. This is a blast from the past, especially since we got Father's Day coming up. And I've been showing you all my little Polaroids and pictures and telling you about scrapbooking. So this was a really sweet gift I made years and years ago. I loved that little leaf stamp. From the heart. And I made tabs. And I used a little alphabet stamp. And I probably did it backwards. And then we did baby picture. And then, oh gosh, so this was, Tom was 6, so this is 20 years ago. There's my Mr. Tom. Michaela. That was not necessarily the most flattering baby picture for her. Poor thing. This girl has turned out beautiful. So's this one. As Terry Lee, she's newborn and she's what? 5 months. She wasn't even a year old. And then wrote something on the back of that. But so that was a little sweet gift. So think of fathers. Think of for grandfathers. Mike's like, where did that go? He didn't remember what it was, but now that he's seen it, he likes it all over again. So scrapbooking, I am going to be looking at a few online classes that Stampin' Up! Is doing and some videos. I'm really excited about it because we've got just so many possibilities. And of course, I've come back with all these pictures I've got to do something with. So, stay tuned. I will try and post. I will probably take this upstairs and post from the website and also for class information. Thanks so much for joining us. I know this was a long one. I appreciate you hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you again soon.